God is perfect. He's absolute, right? God is not imperfect, right? He's perfect.
I don't.
Well, I'm
believe
saying
in
no.
God.
I'm not talking about your
Oh, you're
view.
just saying in
I'm
general.
saying not in general. In these religions
According to
that
religion.
believe in God, God is perfect. In Christianity, in Islam, and Judaism, God is perfect. He's not like learning to become better. He is absolute. He's perfect. There's no one like
The
him.
Almighty, kind of.
Yes, right?
What about Jesus, though?
Jesus, Christianity, they believe he's God's son. Judaism, they don't even believe he's anything. He's just a Joe. And in Islam, they believe he's a prophet. And in Islam, we actually believe he's a Messiah and he's coming back. A lot of Christians don't even know that. So Christianity, the extension of Christianity is Islam, and the extension of Judaism was Christianity. So let's say God, based on these three religions, that God is perfect, right? The Lucifer or whatever, Satan, whatever the fuck you want to call him,
Chad.
he wasn't an angel.
Okay.
He was a fallen angel.
He couldn't be a fallen angel. Because if there is a fallen angel, that means God is imperfect. It means he made a defective angel.
That's why he'd say that.
No,
he
it's
was
not.
the
There's
evil
so
one,
many
so he
plot
was
holes
kicked out
in
of
all
the
religions.
So once
though.
again,
Question though.
let me explain this very quickly, okay? There's different creations that God has made. Angels are one of them. Then there's jinns, which is what we believe, and it's also mentioned in the Bible about this as well. Then you've got man, human. Angels were made, they have no free will. Angels only have one will, which is what? Worship God.
Oh.
Worship God. Nothing else. So if I am perfect and I made this perfect product that's angels, and the only thing that they can do is worship me. That's the fucking DNA I put inside them. But one of them was defective. That means I'm defective. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm in a defective product. Okay? So there's no, I don't believe in Islam, we don't believe it's a fallen angel.
No,
It's another creation.
he was a
another
defective.
race.
That's why he was kicked out.
But you're saying he was a defective angel.
Yeah. So
But-
God made him. He was defective.
So
You're
Cameron,
like,
you don't
no,
believe
that's-
that God made Lucifer?
No, God did, but Lucifer is not an angel. Lucifer is a jinn. It's
Then
another.
why was he in the Garden of Eden?
Oh, okay. What's a jinn?
So jinns are basically how you have angels. So what are angels made of?
I don't
Angel
remember.
dust.
Light,
Light.
Okay.
right? Light.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do remember.
What are
this.
humans made of? In
Water.
religious views, clay,
Body and blood.
Clay.
Clay.
Yeah.
clay, right? Clay, mud, right?
Water.
Jinns are made of fire, and it's the blue flame of the fire that you cannot control. And there's talks of jinns you can read about it. It's not just in Islam; it's all over the place.
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah, they
Have
talk
you
about it in
seen
there.
the Jinn episode?
There you go.
I was wondering why was that offensive? Because Guillermo in the show, he's like, "Don't say that." He's like, "Why can't I say Jinn?" He's like, "You just can't say that in this time and age." I didn't understand why.
It's
you
not
can't say
offensive.
that.
I don't think it was offensive. Now, if you have
So
jinns,
it's like saying the devil to some people.
Okay.
so
that makes sense.
jinns are
Interesting.
is another creation of God, and that creation also procreates. They get married, they have children, so on. And it's one of God's oldest creations. So during the time when God made Adam, there was angels who completely worship God. They cannot be defective. So if you know the Ford Motor Company's right here in Oakville, right? They sell cars and they manufacture cars, but their cars always fucking break down. Like Ford, life expectancy from off the lot of the dealership to scrapyard's 8 years. So when Ford makes a car, it's defective because Ford is not perfect. But if God makes angels, and angels don't have any free will, we have limited free will. Angels have zero. So God says, I made you, and only thing you can do is worship me. But then one of them was able to think for themselves and go against God. That means God is defective.
Or there's more than
I
one
need to
God.
back this up because I'm not into this religion stuff. So I just got some questions. Okay, I need to back the story up here. Okay, you said that I didn't know this. This is interesting to me. You said that angels were made to specifically worship God.
Nothing else. They have no free will.
Okay,
So they cannot think for themselves.
Okay, so my question is, my understanding of angels were that they were here to help guide us.
Angels? No.
Just hear me out. Hear me out. So why the fuck is God being so selfish, just getting all these people to worship him?
What are you talking about?
He's making 8 people to worship him.
What do you
That's
mean?
pretty selfish.
No, it's
We'll
not.
make people so that they can help the people on the ground. That's what I thought angels
they-
were there
no.
to be a divine
No,
intervention.
no, 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 no,
I was
no.
under the same
You're not
impression,
understanding
actually.
what the word worship means.
No, that's what I'm trying
So
to
let me explain
understand.
that to you.
I'm
So,
thinking like worship.
so for example, okay, in Islam, we believe every single drop of rain that falls from the sky, God has predetermined where that's going to land.
Mm.
And an angel will bring that drop down. Angels do all of God's work.
Okay, so that's
So,
what you
and,
mean by
so that
worship.
means worship. They're complete. They're his servant.
I'm
they're his
thinking
slave.
worship like, oh, do you want
No, they do that.
fun?
No, they do that too. No, they do that too. They prostrate. They worship him throughout the day as well and praise
Okay,
him.
so they help put his plans in place.
Not help. It's not about helping. Like it's not as if God needs them to be his assistants. They're his servants.
And what is so that to me?
It's not help. He doesn't
so
need
that
them.
to me, the word servant right there, I would not want to be part of a religion that uses
Well,
the
you- of
word
course-
servant.
No, we are God's servants.
I'm
We're
not.
we're not
I'm-
his slave. We're his servants.
I work for my money. I put food on my table, so I thank
No,
myself at the end of the day.
That's great, but at the end of the that's your view, but not everyone follows that view. You were put on this earth, and it's a blessing that you're able to, like, you know, the human being it's a miracle on how we function. I think I mentioned this last time to you guys. Okay, we hear through a bone. Okay, we see through what? Fat, and we speak with a lump of flesh.
But what's so
How's that not a
great
miracle?
about existing is my question.
What do you mean? What's so great? It's a beautiful thing because
Existential time.
you don't know where you can end up and what you can accomplish.
What's
It's
it matter?
what do you
Where
mean?
you end up and what's it
Yeah.
matter?
Well, you want to
Like,
make don't you want to make
I'm
a
not
difference?
being all emo.
No,
or
you're being
anything,
fucking
but-
cynical.
No, I'm
No,
on the
I'm
same
here
page
for
with
it.
Melissa on this one. I'm not a huge, so I'm just kind of
Forget
like,
about religion. Let's just take that out of the picture. Don't you feel you have a higher purpose?
But what's the
Or
point
just
of that
eating
purpose?
shit all day?
Like,
Correct,
What is the
but-
point?
Well, you
of that
tell me
purpose?
to be a part of the greater
correct.
good.
When I went to NA, the first thing that they taught me was they're
What is NA?
narcotics. It's like AA. It's Narcotics Anonymous.
I didn't know that. Sorry, not
So-
everyone
so
knows what that
AA,
is.
12-step programs, NA,
Yeah.
NA, GA, Gamblers Anonymous. They're all 12-step based programs that are religion and faith based. However, when you go in right away, people who aren't religious are like, oh, I don't want to talk to God. What I was learned in going through my journey was my higher power isn't God. I speak to my higher power. My higher power is my mom. My mom is the person on the other side that I know is taking care of me. So that's the way I see it. So when I speak to my higher power,
So
I'm
is your
literally-
mom the one who gives you oxygen every day to breathe?
she's the one that brought me back to life.
No,
when
but
my
right
heart
now, is
stopped
she the
in
one here
2017.
that's giving you oxygen to breathe?
The earth.
No,
Sorry,
the
is she the
trees.
one?
trees.
Okay, so did your mom plant all those trees?
Other people.
Humans did.
Humans did?
Yeah.
Okay, so where did they originally come from? Was it like from a manufacturing
Are we
company?
having a chicken and egg conversation?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not a matter of that.
Regardless of the matter if God created trees, but what is the point? Is my question.
What is
We're
the
getting a
so
little
no, listen,
preachy
this is
here.
getting like you're like getting like that dark.
But I've always
Where
wondered. So if
Stanley-
you can
No.
give me an answer that'll
I just
rewrap
I just
my
I just
mind.
told you that
Yeah,
if
but
you don't feel that you have a purpose in this world,
no, I could totally have a purpose,
no,
but
not
what's
can.
the point?
You, then what's the point of living?
That's my question.
So if you don't believe in God, so listen, if you don't believe in God and you believe that after you die you're dead, like some people, people believe that. Some people
That's
believe.
not true.
There's some people who believe that.
I know, but that's not my opinion. Like
So you believe there's an afterlife.
there's definitely something powerful out there, whether
but
it's
so-
God
no, but-
or something.
So
like-
then maybe if you're asking me what's the purpose, I think the first thing you need to do is kind of read more so you can become more aware.
okay,
and be
so
able
I
to
could
figure
be
out.
more aware, but no matter what answer any book or person could give me, like what is the point?
Once again, the point is if you're going to be living in this world, if it has to do with whether you believe in God or not. If you believe in God, you believe that the deeds that you do and the stuff that you leave behind, so your
Right.
children and whatever else, like if you give money to charity when you die, whatever, all of that is going to benefit you in the
Yes.
afterlife.
Yes.
If you don't believe in God and
Why
you
did
believe
God create us though? Why does he want servants? Like
do you mean?
what is
This
the
was
point?
my
okay, so
question.
you know what? I'm gonna let me just finish this other part about if you don't believe in God. So I know I have friends of mine who don't believe in God. They think it's a joke. They think when they die, they're dead. They think the way you do that, oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm a billionaire, I made it, I don't need nobody. Well, that's how they think.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I don't believe in God. I'm the one who made myself the
I
money.
believe in my higher power. My higher power is my mother.
I know, but that's not a higher power. That's your mother. We're talking about higher power that affects everyone. Your mother doesn't affect me. She doesn't give me oxygen, right?
She brought me here.
We're
in front of
talking
you.
about cult.
We're talking. So I have friends who don't believe in God, and they believe that they are in control of their own destiny, and their purpose is just to make a difference in the world, right? That's their purpose.
Right.
Now, what was the other thing that you said about why did God what?
Like, why does he even create us in the first place to make a choice?
Yeah, so
in what direction
I'll give
we
you
want to go.
I'll
and
give you a really
become
good answer to that,
servants
okay?
or opposites.
Okay.
Like,
So this is my analogy on it. Some of you said you have pets, right? Some of you have dogs at home, or you've had dogs or cats, whatever. Okay. I've had a cat, right? And I had a Persian cat named Maxie, right? And Maxie was really beautiful. She's like, all white. She had like blue eyes. And Maxie is as fucking dumb as this table when it comes to the human way of thinking. Meaning, when Maxie would be hungry, I would, let's say, get a can and open it up or open up a bag. She has no concept at all of where the fuck the food came from. She doesn't understand how a society that we live in, when it comes to earning money, going out there and buying the food, how it gets manufactured. There's factories who put all the shit together. She has all she knows if she rubs herself against my leg and meows that I'm told she's hungry, and somehow magically food appears. Okay, she doesn't know what a can opener is. She doesn't know what a fucking fridge is. She has no idea. Also, when she goes to poo and I clean the litter, she has no idea where the poo went. She's not like, oh yeah, he picked it up. I saw him. He had just a shovel in his hand. He scooped it. He put in a garbage bag. Then once a week, the garbage truck. They have no concept. Why? Because that is an animal with a limited amount of thinking.
okay, but
So
what's
let me finish. You as a human being, me as a human being, and everybody else as a human being, we have a limited capacity when it comes to understanding the whys and ifs and whats of God. So I have friends of mine who'll say, if God really exists, why are there millions of children dying of starvation? Why are there Palestinian kids being fucking massacred right now? Why are there Ukrainian innocent people being killed in Ukraine right now? If God really loves his creation, why is that? Because we don't know the whole master plan. We don't know the big picture. Why? Because there is a superior being that's way more powerful than all of us that controls and does whatever the
You know
hell he
what?
wants.